Welcome to day 49 of 60 Days of Inspiration with Kathleen Gonzalez. And we are studying Living the Sacred Yes, Affirmations for Action by the Reverend Deborah L. Johnson. And today's reading, As We Forgive Our Debtors. Forgiveness is the release of judgments about ourselves and others. Forgiveness does not condone, erase, or let anyone off the hook. By separating the action from the actor, it breaks the hypnotic suggestion that we are our stuff, quote unquote, stuff. Forgiveness unleashes the blessing in all situations and creates the space for everything involved to be spiritually transformed. As an act of compassion, forgiveness energetically clears the way for healing and restoration. As I forgive others their transgressions, I am freed from the psychological bondage of my own. I willingly give myself and others the profound gift of forgiveness. As we forgive our debtors. Forgiveness is the release of judgments about ourselves and others. And that line just reminds me, whenever I see anyone who's very judgmental, I always remind myself that that person is judging themselves even harsher than they are judging others. And that judgment of others is more a reflection of their own internal pain and internal sense of failure than anything else. And it does help. That helps me pretty much have compassion in that situation. And often compassion can be, an avenue of forgiveness. Forgiveness does not condone, erase, or let anyone off the hook. By separating the action from the actor, it breaks the hypnotic suggestion that we are our quote-unquote stuff. And that is really exciting. So, they say that, the fear of failure is huge. There's a fear of failure, fear of success, and pretty much everybody has that. And it's because when we fail, we feel like we're subject, we've made a mistake. We're subject to judgment, that we're a bad person because we made a mistake. And what this is saying is that the action is still there. The mistake is still there. But what we can do is separate the action from the actor. And so what that means is just because we made a mistake doesn't mean we are a mistake. Or, if we did something wrong, that doesn't mean that have wrongness as part of who we are. And that's a big difference. Forgiveness unleashes the blessing in all situations and creates the space for everything involved to be spiritually transformed. So that's the key to transform something, especially something that we feel there's an injustice or a problem. By forgiving, it unleashes the blessing and creates the space for everything involved to be transformed. So if we hold on to a grudge, or we hold on to a judgment, or we hold on to a mistake, then there's no room for it to be changed. It's like we're keeping it a problem. We're keeping it, we're holding on so tight that it can't we're making it be what it is. Like, this is a problem, and I'm going to continuously recreate that, like feed this problem energy so that this problem never goes away. Whereas forgiving the problem and releasing allows something to be resolved. An act of compassion, forgiveness energetically clears the way for healing and restoration. And so it's just giving us if you want to heal and you want to have restoration, we just get into forgiveness. And that makes the space for that to happen. Because what it says is we recognize still the divine in each of us. We recognize the inherent goodness, the inherent good intent. And we see where maybe someone got scared or angry or did something that was out of alignment with who they were. And we give them the opportunity to come back into alignment. And we also have to realize that when we judge others and we feel like we've been subject to something, that's out of alignment with who we really are too. And so if we can forgive that, which in the current circumstance is crazy with Black Lives Matter and all the transgression that has happened forever, centuries. But if we can come around to opening up about that and allowing some space there for that to be transformed, wow, would that be exciting? Oh my gosh. For an act of compassion, forgiveness energetically clears the way for healing and restoration. And I feel like we do that on an individual basis, like between friends, in our culture, that the racism is in the system, not necessarily in our relationships. And so we've done that on a relationship levels many times, and yet systemically we haven't done it. So there needs to be some, I don't even know how that would happen, but as I forgive others their transgressions, I am freed from the psychological bondage of my own. Forgiveness is stepping out of the victim posture, the victim stance that I have been hurt. I have been molested as a child. I have been, my boyfriend cheated on me. My husband cheated on me. My wife cheated on me. I'm the victim. Forgiveness. As I forgive others their transgressions, I am freed from the psychological bondage of my own. That means I step out of the victim and I step back into the whole person, my wholeness, my empowerment, my divinity. I willingly give myself and others the profound gift of forgiveness. It really is the way to transform things and to step out of our codependent culture pattern and step into being empowered and empowering others. It's actually very exciting. So if we can forgive, if we can forgive others, Vishen Lakhiani, who created Mind Valley, he's the founder of Mind Valley, has what he calls the 6-phase meditation. And I think it's phase 3 is forgiveness. And what the 6-phase meditation is, it's basically a hack of meditation. It's like the what are the key pieces of all the most profound meditations? What are the gems of profound meditation? And you put them all in one 20-minute meditation, and you go through all these amazing transformative processes in 20 minutes. And if you can do that every day, it's or even every once in a while, it's pretty amazing. But the third step of the 6 phase meditation is forgiveness. And he tells a story about how that was so profound for him to forgive someone who'd really hurt him as a young person. And it takes us out of our victim mode. It takes us out of victim. Victim is not a powerful place to be. It just isn't. And it's not about condoning, erasing, or letting anyone off the hook. It's about opening space for us to get out of this unalignment, this alignment with victim, which is not our true nature, and align back into our power. So I willingly give myself and others the profound gift of forgiveness. So as we give somebody forgiveness, we're setting everyone free, ourselves and the other person. So what could we forgive today? What or who could we forgive today? And what kind of space does that open up in our lives? Right? What kind of space? Not condoning, right? Not letting anybody, erasing it or letting anybody off the hook. But that understanding that we make mistakes and that's not us. We're not the mistake. We're still the divine presence. So, who could we forgive today? And what kind of space is that going to make for us in our life? See you tomorrow.